3rd of March 2024, and topic of today is time domains of mind and senses. It is our WeAreOne group session number 197. Today discussion is about the questions Indranilla has asked in the group, and Indranilla, this is for you. Okay, we'll go into detail.
Thank you.
We'll go into detail in the understanding, but now the thing is, first we'll go into the fundamentals of these aspects, then we'll come back to the questions, actual questions. So, spiritual perspective, we need to understand the role of these things. First, we'll discuss about what is time, and then we understand about the mind, and then about the senses. Then after we understand the basics, understand means it is earlier also we discussed, we'll just remind once again in the context of these questions. Then I will address the questions one by one. But before that, I take this opportunity to make you to just remember whatever the truth is. It will help you to understand the answer of these questions. Otherwise, if I directly say it, it may not sound logical or it may not sound satisfactory. So it is coming from a certain background. So we need to understand the background first. First, let us start with time. What does time mean in the spirituality, and what is time? When this universe was created, so then the creator has developed infinite parts of itself as individual souls, and they have been given a plan to experience soul's journey in the different domain, different dimensions, and earth plane is one of them. There are many dimensions beyond earth. And our soul's journey can go into the different dimensions and all those things. And what is the dimension? Dimension means they are frequency-wise divided. They're simultaneously working, together, but they're in a different vibration level. So that that gives the uniqueness of the dimension. So time and space was created so that the soul can have the experience of the incarnations. Like it will take birth, there is a time is limited. It has got some agenda to complete. It will go and complete the agenda. For that, there should be, to have the experience, there need to be some sequence of events. Means everything happen at the same time, then the purpose of experience will go. The whole purpose of soul to take birth is to have experience. It knows everything, nothing to be known fresh. But experientially, whatever is known, experientially need to be understood. I'm just reminding you so that you know the background. So the time and space have been created so that there is a background, or you can say there is a stage, and that stage, the whole this drama of life is being played. If you take some example or analogy of a movie, to play the movie, you need to have a screen, and then maybe your movie is in a CD. So there are some sequence of event has to happen so that story can be told. If everything projected together, then there will be no story. So here, we only written our own stories, life path or plan, soul's plan. But to have those experiences, there needed some place where things will be, happening. It can be home, it can be forest, it can be some city or wherever it is. Some physical space is needed for us, for the earth plane, who have the physical body. Higher dimensional being, they don't need physical space to have the experience. There is a completely different thing. But we do, because we are in the physical body, we need a physical space, and there will be time. Over the period of time, we will grow, we will age, and then, of course, one point of time, that particular incarnation has to live, is a death. So experiences will come in the sequence. So from that point of view, the time has been created. Like, to you have the movie in a CD, but to see the movie, to enjoy the movie, it has to be projected on a screen. And there should be a sequence of event. If you are going to fast forward or rewind, you can do that. You can just play that, and that particular scene, you can reach there. Same here. We have the access to everything at the soul level, but when we incarnate in this three-dimensional plane, we need a three-dimensional space and time so that the events can take place. So in that sense, that the time is whatever the time is currently, whatever right now, the moment you are in, that is the only truth. And whatever happened in your past, whatever going to happen in the future, these are only in your mind, nowhere else. In spiritual perspective, there is nothing called past, nothing called future. All are happening in the eternal now. Suppose in our terminology, if something happened in the past, that means that that happened during that now moment. It has gone forever, because we moved on. Currently, this is the truth. So whatever we will experience presently at this moment. This is the only truth. And in whatever is going to happen in future, it will happen in that now moment, not now. So that means if we have to look at the things, what happened in the past or what is going to happen in future, sitting right now, we can see the records of the past. Those are actually not the past. Some of them you don't remember, but it definitely happened. So whatever memory you have, the mind capacity you have, whatever you remember, that you call as your past. And what is the future going to happen? That is some kind of plan. No. So your soul has a plan anyway. So I'm not talking the lower level plan that what we'll eat dinner today. The soul's plan, that what is the path, what we came here, what is the type of thing we're going to experience, those are possible to access because everything is available in the CD, the now moment. We can just access and see what is there. We are not physically traveling there. We are only accessing the data, what is going to unfold future. That you can do it now. So, whenever we talk about the time, just remember this: spirituality only accepts one truth, that is now moment. That's it. There is no other. There is no other time. Means, somebody has, I saw the put spiritual clock. They put normal clock is 1 to 12, no? Then our hand in this time. All these 12 places they have written now. Means whatever the time it is now moment. Okay, that is the right spiritual understanding, and the mind is directly interrelated into this. Means if you are going to see what happened in the past, or we are going to guess what is happening in the future, those are not the truth. Those are called mind projections. So those are something like an image. Those are not the truth. So all are in your mind. Where you will focus, that part, the information you will receive. But whatever you do, you have to be in the present moment, and then you can access to the this kind of informations, and through your mind construct, right? You generate some kind of vision or generate kinds of image of the future or some memory of the past. That's it. That is you call your past. present and future. If this is understood, so why we need the now moment, we concentrate on the now moment, because we mind always tricks us go into either into the past. Normally we grudge something mostly negative happened in the past, or we worry about the future, what will happen, what will happen to me if I die, and if I become bankrupt, if I fall sick, if I lose, all my wealth, if I lose my job, if I lose my relationships, and many other. We keep on, getting into this. It's all mind construct. Those are not the truth. To transcend this domain where this mind tricks us into the past or future, always it keeps us, it never be present. In spirituality, we learn how to bring mind into the present moment, now moment. Why? There are two reasons. One is present moment is the only truth, only time-wise. That is the only truth. And secondly, to experience the truth or go into the higher dimension, now moment is the only gateway. You cannot go back to the past and enter into the higher dimension from there. Neither you expect that something happen in future, then I will transcend. No, all you have is now moment. So whatever you need to do, you do it now. So what we do, we bring our attention to the present moment by focusing on our breath. Because that is the first step in 6-step meditation, Anapanasati Dhyan. Why? Because we cannot follow the breathing we took yesterday. Either we can follow the breath we are going to take tomorrow. When you follow the breathing, automatically your mind becomes the present moment. This present moment, now moment, if the thought mind is silenced, is they are not creating mind construct for the past and future, then the gateway opens to the higher dimension. That is the way to bring in mind the present moment, the truth, that opens to the higher truth, the pathway, the bridge, the transition point. on that, we are going to that, and then you can move from there and you can have all higher dimensional experience. All right. Now the time part, I think I just explained that this is how the time is, and everybody's experience of time is unique, because that is how each of us, we experience time. Some people have thinking I'm having a good time, another person, same thing, maybe bad time. It is how we project our mind. That's all. External world is as it is. It is neither good nor bad. It is the way it is. It is our analytical mind that gives a stamp of it is bad time, it's a good time. This is our mind tricks us so that we stuck into the duality. But in spirituality, you accept both. So-called good and bad, there is no good and bad. Those are all experiences. So when you accept all your experiences, you transcend that level. That's how you go beyond time. You go to a domain where time doesn't work. There is no time and there is no space either, because you have access to the infinite possibilities, infinite space to do whatever you want right now. There is no dearth of it. You need not to go and conquer some planet to get vast, space. You can create right now within you. That space is available. You are the creator. Create whatever you want, anytime thing you want, but it will be in that dimension, not in the physical dimension. Physical dimension is limited. So in the physical thing, nobody can have the ultimate, not ultimate, the infinite land, infinite space, or something. It is impossible. Nobody can own the physical space. It needs to be shared with something. You may have a bigger than others. That is possible, but not all. And that is not infinite. It will end somewhere. So that is the experience of limitation in the that we come here. And now let me talk about the senses. Okay, before I go to the senses, the mind, what it does, we have four state of mind. One is called conscious mind, means for doing activities, we need to use that. In active mind has the memory, has that whatever education we have, what are the habit patterns we have, those are there. So when we are in a conscious state of mind, like an active state, you are eating, you are working, you are traveling, you are attending a seminar, or you are sitting and watching TV, whatever. Those are all that different kinds of the activities you are get involved in, and your physical body is experiencing that. That's all. But when you need to transcend that level, that time you need to go beyond mind. My Param Guruji Prem Nirmalji's Guru, Dada Government has written a book on that, Beyond Mind. Well, all the spiritual experiences are beyond mind level. When mind stops working, then only those faculties are opened up, had dimensions and opened up. You have that kind of experiences. Otherwise, you will still stuck in the limitedness of mind, limitedness of space. Whatever it is, all will be limited. You cannot have an infinite thing. But when you transcend, you can access infinite. You can yourself, you can create. We are all the co-creator of our life with the original creator. So that's why we call co-creator. But this kind of creation only possible in the creative zone, on that domain, not in the physical domain. Okay. So now I was talking that conscious mind, and second is subconscious mind. Subconscious mind means we are not actively using it, but it is somewhere inside us. It is our habit patterns. It is our belief systems. It is our some experience you might have forgotten, but those are all there. It is a depository, of all your experiences, whether you remember it or not. So that is a subconscious mind. And there is also a state called the unconscious mind, where there is no trace of any mind activity there. It is unconscious state. So fourth state of mind. First three is conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind. The area what we cannot access. And then the fourth one is superconscious mind. In the mind state, it is called Turyavastha. That is the place where mind activity stops and you open to the higher dimensional possibilities. So you are in that state of mind. Your mind is merged with the vastness of that domain. In other words, it is like a river what is already gone into the ocean. So it is merged with the ocean, it becomes an ocean. That is a super conscious state of mind. This can only reached when your conscious and subconscious mind you quieten. Otherwise, you can never reach there. That is how we do all practices like meditation practices and other things. It needs and it is also high vibrational silence. It is also if one who experience it, they call it. It is just silence just before the potential of something is going to happen. Yeah? Just before that, it is silent. Like before storm comes, it becomes calm and quiet, right? And somebody is throwing an arrow. So arrow is the bow. They pull it back. At one point, it stops, right? Before the arrow goes and hits. It is that pause, but it is a highly energized state. And in Vedic language, it is called Kinchit Talata, like just a potential highly vibrational silence. Silent, but not sleeping or, unconscious. Fully conscious, fully aware. High potential, high energy, but vibration has not started. Like the effect has not given yet. It is just before that anything can happen. That is the energy of the creation. That is what we reach. When you tap into that, then the creation happens. So once you go into the higher level of meditation, end of your spiritual journey, in the oneness, you will feel this energy, vibrating silence. It is not a dumb silence. Everything calm and quiet, but is full potential. You will feel that is the level of the creator. That can be experienced. You can experience in the physical body through sadhana. It is all possible. But that's what it feels like. High potential. There is a nothingness. There is no objectivity. The time and space has stopped there. It cannot enter there. It is just a potential state at the domain of creation. And masters also call that, master can create that kind of field, by their own energy. When they got into that energy, and then a field is developed around them, it is called tathastu field. Like everything, whatever you wish for, get manifested. And a master holding that kind of energy, whoever is there connected with that master, all of them go into that level. Anyway, so we'll get into that kind of energy in Babaji's cave. There cannot be any better place in the world where the tathastu field can be generated. Yeah. Of course, it will be Babaji's field. No way it is any human being can create that kind of energy. Okay, but anyway, this is just for your information. The fourth state of mind is conscious state, or it is called Jagrut Avastha, awake state. So it is operated by the conscious mind. Then it is subconscious mind, Swapna Avastha. In Sanskrit, it is called Swapna Avastha, sleep state, when people are dreaming. There is a question regarding the dream, so I'm just touching upon that. That is a Swapna Avastha. Mind is a different state there. That's why the characteristic of the conscious mind, like the way it sees time, will not be experienced when you are operating through subconscious. Unconscious, there is no entry, nothing there. Only in the soul level it can have access. Mind, it is a blank state. There is nothingness there. So it is unconscious part of the mind. And superconscious mind is all the chattering of the mind stops and you open to the huge potential. The superconscious mind, it is also explained by the master as a background of everything. Like they call conscious mind is the tip of the iceberg. What you can see below the water level, the bottom part of the iceberg is your subconscious mind. And the whole sea itself is your superconscious mind when this kind of things are happening. So that is the background. So you can, another way, you can say the superconscious is equivalent to the universe, where it is everything is happening. Universe is the one-dimensional thing, like the physical universe. But if you talk about the multiple dimensions, then it is called multiverse. Each and every dimension has that kind of vastness. Forget about thinking about the planets and several light years away. Some stars, what you see on the sky, if you go in the speed of light, you will need years to reach there. And in something you say in the telescope or something, some of the stars you can see from here. Even if you go with the speed of light, your lifetime, assuming 100 years, is not good enough to reach there. That much far away, physically it is. So it cannot go into that. Physically, you cannot never reach there. But you are thinking so vast it is. you have the capacity to create that kind of space within you, not in the physical, but another dimension. You can create. There is no limitation. You can create your own universe. It's all internally, it is all possible. That is your creation. So it's all possible. That potential is there. Okay, now let us talk about background of time and interrelation, state of mind. I have already given. And now go to the senses. Why we need the senses, or particularly the five senses? Five senses are given so that we can experience the physical world. Like listening, seeing, and testing, and all these things, smelling. Those are to experience the physical world. So the senses are there only for the physical world. You have to go to experience that, and that is all fine. So like you eat something, like to eat, like to travel, like to wear some good dresses, and to some people, they can sing well, so they can be. It is very good to hear those kind of voices or songs, and all fine. Somebody look good, so it is drishti nandan. This is good to your eyes. All these things are there, so we can experience the physical existence by our five senses. But this is only can be used when we are in the conscious mind state or awake state. The moment you change from awake state to the sleep state or subconscious mind, then all these five senses stop running, because it is needed to sense the external world. The inside, it is cannot be used, because it is a different dimension. Same scale cannot be used. Like you cannot take a ruler scale to measure the volume of a milk. You need a different dimension, different measure to find out the volume. Same here. So whatever five senses we have, we needed for our experience or interaction with the external world. But it is useless into the higher dimension or our inner world. Means whole spiritual domain, five senses are useless. In fact, we need to learn how to control these five senses, pull them inside, so that they don't disturb us when we are going our inner journey. So when we stop using our senses, the next barrier is mind. It keep on injecting different types of thoughts and all this kind of stuff. So then the inner challenge will be how to quieten the mind. Because as I explained in the beginning, thought will always take us grudging in the past and worrying for the future. It will never be present moment. So we learn the spiritual practices and techniques, how to quieten the mind. When the mind is silenced, that is called stillness of the mind. There is no thought in the mind, and then it creates the access for the higher dimensions, higher dimensional experiences, not limited to only these lower ones, to the external world. So that is the one. So, and during sleep, as I mentioned, we are governed by our subconscious mind. So all whatever we dream, those are coming. Basically, those I call it illogically placed. Logically means logic of the external world is not there. Illogically placed different characters, different events in a random sequence as generated by the subconscious. The other day I was telling that during my sleep, maybe I'm seeing my daughter, who is now 14 years old, now playing with my grandfather, who expired when I was in class 10. When I was 16 years old. That time my grandfather expired. But in my dream, I can see both of them playing in the same place together. So the common thread is only me. Because I know my daughter, I know my grandfather. That's why in my dream, both characters can come. It need not to be logical. Your dream cannot find out. It is practically impossible these two persons to meet. After my daughter was born, after maybe how many, 40 years of, after that, not 40, maybe 35, 38 years after my grandfather expired. All these are not, but in the dream they can appear together because I am the common thread here. My subconscious mind can project both in the same screen. Okay, so this is how we see the dreams, and this is how our subconscious give the projection and all. And people often say, I just let me just clarify just one thing. People say that dreams are spiritual, dreams are not spiritual. Mostly not. It can be anywhere spirituality can enter, even in the physical plane. I'm not denying that. But normally, dreams are not spiritual because spiritual experience, to have spiritual experiences, you have to go to superconscious mind, not subconscious. If you're operating in the subconscious, whatever you see, it is your just subconscious things are doing, projecting it. You may be saying some deity is coming and blessing you. You met with your guru and going somewhere in the heaven, but still, those are the projection of your subconscious mind. Those are not spiritual experiences, not the truth. Truth you can experience into when your mind is silenced, your high energy state, and then you access the higher domains and the different realities will be exposed to you. It will appear in front of you and you can see that and you can understand that everything is there. You don't need an interpreter to go into that level. Okay. So now with this understanding, now let us go to the questions. Okay. I just given this kind of background so that it make sense of when I will say what it is. So first question is, why does one lose senses of time while asleep? As I mentioned, the time in the physical dimension, what is experienced by these five senses, are not there. When the conscious mind is not there, then the external world sense of time drops. We go to subconscious mind, and by the way, subconscious mind has its own time. As I am saying that my daughter is playing with my grandfather, these are different time zones, right? But when the things are happening, when I see some event is happening in my dream, they are also having time. There is a sequence, there is some event happened and all those things. Normally, if you notice, your the outside world time, we call it clock time. When we dream, the clock time is not there. It is a different time of time, subconscious mind time, and that time is very fast. If you dream for 10 minutes, you will be going maybe 5,000 different places within that. It's possible because it was very fast. Only few we may remember. Last 2-3 scenes we may remember, but there are many things happened. And those happens very, very fast. It is said that even in the 10 minutes, you can scan over one lifetime of experiences. That much fast it is with respect to our clock time. So dream time is much, much faster, and it is operated by the subconscious. So when we lose the sense of time when we sleep, yes, but only the clock time we miss. But there is another time there that we follow, because in that dimension that is applicable. Then what is the time in the superconscious state, or even unconscious also? There is nothing, so no point of time anyway. In the superconscious, the time converts into the now moment. That's why there is no time. It is called eternal now. The time loses its power in the superconscious state. And that is why it is accessible in the different, levels of understanding, different dimensions and things like that. All what human being has experienced in the different even lifetimes those are recorded in the fifth body. Karan Deha. Sorry, I'm not, throat is not well today. Karan Deha, and it can be accessed through the meditation in the superconscious state. You can access that. Even you can access what is there, the plan is there, or what happened in the past, truth, yeah? Not your imagination, some glimpse in the dream. No, exactly what happened, what was the purpose of this life, previous life, and that particular the screen, what is there into the Karan Deha fifth body is called Akashic record. Our soul's journey is recorded there. That is a system in the spiritual level. Not your eyes and thought can even access that. It's beyond thought and beyond time, beyond space, because where it is, your Karan Deha is, nobody can point it out here. Okay, sometimes we describe it as a layer by layer and all those kind of things, and what masters can see sometimes in the higher, in your aura, they can see that, but whether it is the only place where it will be, no. This is only you can get the information downloaded from that screen. Like right now, you are in front of your mobile phone or your laptop. Is your screen that is all? No. There are many things. It is just a external interface with you. Same as Akashic record. The thing you see or feel is just an interface, just a screen. But there is technology, much technology behind that. Anyway, I will not go into further detail. So basically, fundamentally, to answer the question, why does one lose sense of time while asleep? Because we change the dimension. We change the awake state to dream state. And during dream state, subconscious took over. It has got a different time scale, different way of running the time. That's why we lose the physical clock time. That is the answer to this first question. Second question, if one cannot visit the past or future in reality, how does the mind go there? It is a good question. As I mentioned during the explanation, your past and present only exist in your mind. It is not the reality. You cannot actually go there because you have only one truth, that is the present moment. So it is whatever your so-called past is, it your mind construct. As it is a mind, and future is same. It is a mind construct. It is not the reality. It is a mind projection. That is why, as it is just a mind projection, you cannot go there physically. You can only imagine about it. You can get a picture of it. You can get a vision of it. I don't know how to explain that, but it is not the truth. It is just a projection. So, as you are only the truth, your present moment, so other things, only your mind can go. And that is also just a projection. That may not be the truth. And as it is a mind projection, it is subject to change, subject to person. Same event, different person will perceive different way. As for example, so what happened during COVID? All of us, we experienced, right? Every person will have a different version of COVID on their mind. Not same. If you interview them separately, but tell them, you explain what you experienced regarding during COVID period, everybody will tell different story. Everybody. Maybe some part will match with someone, that's okay. But in general, it will be different. Why? Because our minds are different. The storage is different. The interpretation is different. Our capability of handling that information is different. So whatever is stored finally in our memory, it will be completely unique. Nobody else will have that. So same event, we have a millions of versions because that many minds are there. And same as the future. Okay. Whatever the way you look at your future, that is also a mind projection. It is not the truth. There is no guarantee that that will happen. Okay. So the spiritual masters, they know this truth. So do not bother about the future and neither go into the past because it's useless. Because the sub mind construct is just an entertainment, no truth there. Just like seeing a Hindi movie, there is no practical utility. Looking at the movie, your practical life problem will not be solved. Only thing you get entertained, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. The mind gets some kind of change, that's okay. But in your reality, nothing will happen. Same here. As it is a mind construct, that's why you physically cannot go to that reality where mind can go, because mind is not actually going, it is projecting that image. And same you, if I ask you, what happened to you in year 2000? Then you remember something and tell me something. Okay, after 1 month, if I ask you again, it will be a different story from you only. Maybe you've forgotten something and you added something new and say, this is what has happened. After 5 years from now, if I ask what happened in year 2000, you will tell me something different. So you yourself, even if going in the past, you will not stick to the same, same content. That means every time your mind is creating one projection of the future or projection of the past. So it is the dance of the mind you are stuck into. Reality, you can never go there. It's only the mind can go there because it is a mind projection. It is the area of mind. That's it. However, if you silent your mind, you can experience many things sitting here from the higher level, higher dimension. That is possible. Then many truths will be not only your past in the year 2000, even past lives. As I said, those are there in the Akashic record. So there your operating level will not be your limited mind. You then elevate to some level, we call it a soul's mind or Chidakas, where all your soul's journey is stored there. You can have access and get the truth, but no analysis. The moment you try analysis, then you will ruin the truth. Just experience. Like past, but many of us have seen past life regression and things like that. I did it during meditation. The truth will reveal itself, and only thing you have to accept it. That's all. That's it. And that truth will not change if you do the same meditation or past life regression after 5 years. It will remain the same. That means it touched upon something truth where in a mind level it is almost impossible to reach there, because mind is always a tendency is to cook. If you are thinking about the past, not only it will change in the different thing, even you can be reprogrammed. Your past can be changed, whatever, because it is in your mind. If you change the mind, it will go. If somebody erases my memory, there will be no past for me. There is no memory. That's it. A lot of English movie and clone and all those things, what is called science fiction movies, they show that there is no mind and it has been erased and things like that. Anyway, that's for entertainment. But in general, your life experience will change if the mind is not interfering. And exactly the same thing the masters do with a conscious, which is a higher level of awareness, not by hiding from it or rejecting it. They're just going over it. Then they know how to ride this kind of thing. They ride this kind of mental, game. That's why they never sink. They always float and go with the life. I don't know whether you have seen the seagull, that in the sea there is some birds. No? Suppose there is one place is a very rough sea, lot of waves coming. If you watch what the seagulls, how they go into that sea, you will see the seagull is just sitting, floating on a wave which is going up. Just when the wave will start cracking, means now it will fall, then what it does, it simply jumps into the next wave which is going up. So, in that sense, it will never go down, neither it sinks. It simply make a small little jump so that the next upcoming wave, it floats for next half of the wave, then jump to the next. So you will see they are floating on the top of the wave where the sea is very rough, but they never get dragged into all those things. That is how the mind may be there, but we can float on top of it without getting sink into it. And that's how the masters operate. They're not from the different world, but they have a mastery how to control the mind. This bird, seagull, it has done a mastery how to go forward and enjoy that sea without getting stuck into it, even the very rough sea, something like that. Okay. All right. So, to answer the second question, if one cannot visit the past or future in reality, how does the mind go there? That answer to that is simply it projects. It actually doesn't go there. It created an image of the past or it created an image of the future. The image, it doesn't go there. It is not possible to go there. Any truth will happen in the present moment. So there is no past in the spirituality, no past, no future. As I explained, that all are eternal now. I hope now you understand that what is meant by that. How come there will be no future, no past? Because actually we operate in the eternal now moment, and all those are mind construct and the so-called illusion. So in that sense, those are not the truth. You can spend time, you can glorify it, you can put a color into your mind projections. You can get sad about it, you can get angry about it, you can be happy about it, you can be laughing about it. Whatever you do doesn't matter. Those are all your mind construct. And that's why you cannot go there. Because what is not truth, you cannot go there. If there is a place, a physical place, suppose there is some city called London, you can plan to go to the London. But if it is imaginary, then you cannot go there. It's not possible. You can think about it. You feel that I'm maybe going there. Suppose the lost city of Atlantis. Okay. You cannot physically go. You can only think of going there, or maybe you can dive into some sea somewhere written it was there in between this continent and that continent and 500 miles away from that shore and all this. You go and try and do it, you'll get nothing. Okay. Okay. Maybe you have some kind of satisfaction that I found the place and went there and all those things. Those are again your mind projection. Those are not the truth. So that is why we cannot go in the projection, the illusion, the image. We cannot travel to an image physically. We can go only with the mind, and mind is projecting it. That's fine. Okay, you can have a mind travel rather than physical travel, because that does not exist in the reality. Only it can go through that. The mind construct says, but as I mentioned, other than the mind construct domain, there are truth in the higher dimension that you can access, but through meditation, through spirituality and other things like that. Those are there. Rishi Lok, Devalok, and many other domains are there that you can access through your own on a higher level of consciousness and going into superconscious mind state. All right. With this, I will conclude today's learning session. I don't think any time left. So, okay, 1 minute is there. Let me save the attendees because normally I save these attendees before I close. And get ready with your questions. So when we join into the next half, then we will discuss about it in detail. I just saved it. Normally more than 25 people have to save it in 2 parts. Yeah, done now. So all of you, I will see you in the next half. Get ready with your question. Then we'll go, and any further question or clarification, we will go through in detail. All right. So see you in the second half. Om Mangalam. Okay, Vani, I will come to you. You raise your hand. Let me allow all our members to get in, and then we'll start.
कौन सी वाला पानी पौधों को अच्छा अभी तो
Hello, Nirupam here.
Yes, Nupam.
That moon is very beautiful above your head. Just slightly tilt your camera. It is not coming.
Light?
No, not like the camera. That moon is very beautiful above your head, just behind you.
Not moon. No, it's a reflection of the light in my room.
Achha, okay.
This one, no? This one?
Yeah.
The ceiling light.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, Vani, you raised your hand first. Please go ahead. Then I'll come to Kavita.
Yeah, Guruji, I wanted to ask you. Dreams are like our mind construct, as you said. So there is like in the reality also we have our psychological reality versus existential reality.
Yeah.
So I just want to understand that this gap between those two should be really small for us to be really in the present and take the things as it comes, right?
Actually, the key is if you stop your thought mind, no? You go to the stillness, you enter into higher dimension automatically. No struggle required. No need to do anything. Just you have to learn how to quieten your thought mind. That's all. That's what all the spiritual masters teach. So if it is not silent, then always you will have some kind of mixed bag. Like some reality maybe, but also some thoughts, some interpretation, some image. So it will be like a cocktail. And most of the people, they are experiencing that only. That is the reason it was told in the beginning, when you have the spiritual experiences, share with your guru. Few times. Then once you get the guidance, then you yourself will realize that what is the truth and what is not true. What is mind construct purely. It is like suppose you gone for a forest and you are hungry. There are different types of fruits are there. The fruits are not necessarily all of them are tasty and healthy. Some of them may be poisonous. So the job of the guide or guru is to tell you that this is not the good fruit. You throw it. This one is so once you have done 3-4 times or maybe more, 10 times, then after that you don't need the guidance in every time. You know which fruits are tasty or which fruits are healthy and which are not. Then you will avoid that. As simple as that. So that is also the truth or spiritual experiences. Initially, we all of us, it is not a fault of anyone, all of us will get mostly the mind projection. We perceive something and then we thought this is what happened, may not be. Okay. That answer your questions, Vani?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to, I want to know, as you said, like we have to avoid our mind, like psychological realities, and just to how to accept existential realities, like how to be in sync with the existential realities.
Yeah, that particular part, no? Listen this part very carefully. Only awareness will make the difference.
Okay.
If you are aware that this is my thought mind is projecting this, if just aware, that will take care of it.
Okay.
And you are aware this is my spiritual experience, then even though they are coming together, now you have a faculty to actually accept which part and not accept which part. It is a skill, it needs to be developed. That's why you need initial help of a guru to tell which is what. That's like fruit example I have given. No, all types of fruit will be there in the forest. Which one to take, which one not to take. Same here. The awareness. Once you learn about the fruits, you are aware about the fruits. No problem. You go and eat and you survive in the forest maybe 10 days, no issues. But if you don't know, most likely you will step into something and it will be harmful for you. Okay, that's how it works. So simply being aware, not trying to control, not fighting with it. Once we fight with the thought, it increases its power. So if you see in the third step, Chitta Upasana, what we do, we just simply watch the thought without any analysis. The moment you start analyzing, that means you are feeding that thought. With energy, it will not go. But you simply ignore. At one point of time, it will die down. Just be an observer. In the observation state, you are aware if this thought is passing through my mind, it is a thought. It is not some higher experiences. That awareness itself will take you there, not by rejecting it.
Okay.
Like detaching from it, so that you have that power of discrimination that this is experience, that is not. After that, you don't need any kind of help, external help. You will know that. So you will only pick up what is the higher level or spiritual experiences, reject the mind construct. You yourself for external. Okay, that's how it is.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, God bless you. Okay, Kavita, go ahead.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, I wanted to know, आपने जो अभी प्रोजेक्शन के बारे में बोला था, अगर हम लोग प्रेजेंट में रह के कोई चीज देख रहे हैं और उसको प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो फिर ये भी क्या पास्ट सबकॉन्शियस माइंड से आ रहा है?
यस, बिकॉज जो कुछ हो रहा है वो तो प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में ही हो रहा है. हम उसको रियलाइज करें ना करें, तो जब प्रोजेक्शन बंद हो जाएगा, देन सिर्फ ट्रुथ प्रेजेंट मोमेंट के अलावा और कुछ नहीं रहेगा. So we're detaching those things, we become centered.
पर सर प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में अगर हम लोग कोई चीज देख रहे हैं और फिर उसको आंख बंद करके प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो वो भी फिर पास्ट का चीज हो जाता है क्या?
No. अगर वो देख रहा है और एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है, you're enjoying say sunrise, you are enjoying, that's fine. But if you're watching a sunrise and thinking अभी वो टेम्परेचर तो बढ़ नहीं जाएगा, and how I should go back, it is, I have to travel. That means you are not enjoying the truth. You are having something is played in your mind, and that will ruin your experience of the present. That's how it is. अगर वो stop हो जाए ना, just experience. कोई analysis good bad, कोई किसी का जरूरत नहीं है. Just experience the moment. Even the enlightenment experience, it is called a big aha moment. Nothing, no analysis. Simply being awestruck with the beauty of the nature, like that. There is no ifs and buts or good or bad or this and that. Nothing. Simple experience.
But then how healing is done by projection? क्योंकि हम लोग उसको अपना माइंड से ही तो प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं ना.
Healing You're asking about
हम लोग
healing.
जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि फीलिंग्स, आज जैसे कोई हमारे नियर एंड डियर वंस अगर हॉस्पिटल में है तो हम लोग अपनी फीलिंग्स से ही गॉड को अगर प्रे करते हैं, वो भी क्या प्रोजेक्शन हो गया?
नहीं, वो तो प्रेयर हो गया. यू आर प्रेइंग, यू आर नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट प्रेइंग. अगर यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट कि मैं कल करूंगा प्रेयर, दैट इज योर थॉट, दैट इज माइंड प्रोजेक्शन. बट एक्चुअली यू आर इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट, यू आर चैंटिंग समथिंग, you are praying, or you are reading something, Hanuman Chalisa, whatever. Then your mind has stopped. You are just into concentrating on one thing. Okay, that is not a mind projection. But if you are take इसका हटके अगर कुछ करते हैं ना, you think about it, वो कल पढ़ूंगा, then that is your mind projection.
सर एक क्लास कभी सिंबल्स के ऊपर लीजिएगा ना.
सिंबल के अभी एक्चुअली टाइम आया नहीं है, बिकॉज पीपल गेट सिंबल्स एंड दे मिसयूटिलाइज इट. वो उसका सिंबल आपके पास आएगा, हमें देने की जरूरत नहीं है. जो रेकी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं कि वो भी तो सिंबल्स करते हैं ना, वो सब. सो बट दिस इज ए यूनिवर्सल सिंबल. मे बी इट इज नॉट ऑलवेज एप्लीकेबल. You will get your own symbol. You will get your own mantra. That is the thing you need to practice. Others is just copy paste. When I first time went to Babaji's cave in 2015 November, that time I prayed that give me something so that I can take it from here. Many people may not be able to come here, because of whatever be the reason, physical condition, age, or maybe it is they're so far away, there is nobody else to, accompany, or whatever be the reason. So then Babaji gave me that mantra, na? Om Triguna Tripura Mahavindam Asti. That you will not get anywhere. It is a unique mantra given for a unique purpose, at a unique moment. Same with the symbol. I just given an example. The symbol has to come to you. ऐसा नहीं है कि ढूंढ के रूप कुछ रेखी सिंबल
आपने जो मंत्र दिया है, अगर हम लोग वो सेंड करते हैं तो क्या उससे बेनिफिट हम लोग को नहीं मिलेगा?
ऑफ कोर्स मिलेगा. What I'm saying is enjoy the benefit, don't think about it. It will come to you for sure. Your life will change. How? It is depends, because everybody's path is unique. As for example, if I say that which location, which city you are staying now? Guwahati. Okay. If I say, can you tell me, you gone 5 times to Guwahati airport to Guwahati city, like maybe Kamakha temple or Maligaon, what are the things you will see on the street? It depends. What time you are traveling, what is the traffic thing, whether it is if it is a working day or holiday, many things, whether it's raining, not raining, things will depend. So your experience, same travel, Guwahati airport to say Maligaon, every time you yourself will have a different experience, same road. So in the spirituality, don't expect what will come. Just go and experience it. Matter ends there. उसके बाद क्या आएगा, सही है या नहीं है, doesn't matter. Enjoy the journey.
Thank you.
Okay, it is like that. Okay. All right. Okay, Indranilda.
Good evening. When a person is in a comatose condition, what is his state of mind? Is it subconscious or unconscious?
If you lose your sense of time completely, I explained that there is a 2 set of things. One is your clock time, physical time. Another is the dream time, subconscious. If none of them is there, then it is unconscious. You are not alert and aware. Also, there is no sense of time. I don't know whether you have undergone any type of before operation, what they put, the chloroform stuff thing?
Anesthesia.
Anesthesia. If you have undergone any experience of anesthesia, you will feel just moment before I was there. They brought me into operation theater, just moment, and then I wake up and see the few more beds around me, like a fraction of a second.
Mhm.
By the time maybe some major surgery has happened, 3-4 hours pass by.
Right.
You lose sense of time completely because you are into the coma state. That your unconscious state, their time absolutely becomes zero.
The mind cannot think at that
No,
stage.
no, neither conscious nor subconscious operating at that time.
Okay.
Only the soul level it is possible to enter through awareness.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, with the great masters, even their unconscious state, even they are dreaming, they know they are dreaming. Okay, that is lucid dreaming, it is called. Hariom once asked about lucid dreaming.
Mhm.
So lucid dreaming means you are fully aware what is happening. You know you are dreaming.
Right.
And not only that, very interestingly, in some mastery will come, you can actually change the story in the middle of the dream.
Oh.
You can. But how do you know you are actually dreaming or lucid dreaming? Beauty is earlier, just for the sake of interest, I'm just sharing. Kavita was asking about the give me symbol and things like that.
Yeah.
Actually, in the lucid dreaming, if you go to that level of awareness, you can choose your symbol.
Mhm.
Like in the, that in the TV, you say that some small icon come, ZTV or Sony TV or some small icon is in one corner. No?
Yeah.
In your lucid dream, you can choose what is there.
Okay.
Suppose you imagine a particular flower.
Mm.
One rose has to come into the top, or like a symbol of a sun has to come on there, or symbol of a conch, shark.
Ah.
You choose whatever you want. What will happen when you do the lucid dreaming,
Mhm.
like dream with awareness, you program yourself during that symbol has to come. The rose has to come in the top corner or bottom corner, wherever you want.
Mm.
That's why we know we are lucid dreaming.
Okay. All right.
Program that one.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Okay. Any? Okay, Ganesh, go ahead. No. Raise your hands or
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Just I have two questions or clarification added to the previous question. Like you told no, Guruji, yeah, during you are meditating or during you get the process, you just allow it to happen. Don't analyze it, right?
Sorry, say it again. Dream. You allow it to happen or don't allow it to happen?
No. During the meditation or sometimes we will get get the thought process. So you guiding us to not to control, just watch it, allow it to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, how to get there? Because I mean, it's right. We generally something comes when we are in awakening stage, because in a meditative stage, I think subconscious and the live mind both works, and it try to correlate the information, whether it is true, false, or right, wrong. I mean, just on a guidance, I'm asking like how to watch it rather than analyzing it.
Okay. Just this is a skill. Witnessing is a skill.
Yeah.
Like swimming, cycling, driving. It is a skill you need to develop.
Right.
First challenge is we cannot differentiate ourselves with the thought mind. So our subconscious, they don't get the idea that we can watch our thoughts. How it is possible? It is our thought.
Yeah.
How I can watch? That needs a practice.
Mhm.
Normally, what I give some exercise. There are some tips and exercise can be given. Only the masters they know it
Okay.
because they also have walked the path. No,
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
they can give you the practical tips how to do that. And just for your information, many are stuck there. Simply, they cannot disassociate themselves with their thoughts. Example wise, we giving that it is that time is just a flow of the river,
Mhm.
and whatever the thoughts are just like a boat.
Understood.
As long as you are in the boat,
Mm.
you cannot experience where it is going and what is this and all those things. When you jump out of the boat and swim towards the shore, which is still, it is not moving, then only realize that the boat is going in a particular direction, maybe towards the east. Okay. So you have to know how to get out of that boat and come to the shore, which is a stable position.
Okay.
That is witnessing. You are watching the boat. You are no longer inside the boat. But as I mentioned, it is a big challenge because our mind fight with subconscious mind particularly, fight tooth and nail to convince us it is not possible. How can we separate ourselves from the thought? For that, I'm giving you one exercise. You can do it. I have done it and I'm successful in it.
Yeah. That is
happened with me. Maybe how many years now? 2008 or something.
correct.
That time I used to practice this way. So what I used to do, I used to sit down with my own, say, journal, like one piece of paper, okay, and or maybe notebook. Yeah, nobody else will read, only me. I will read it. So, and you put some kind of timer in your mobile phone, or there are some app available. Okay, every 1 minute there is a thing or something. Don't open your eyes. Just keep meditating. But when the sound comes, there will thought inside your mind initially. So, just 2 words you write. What was the thought?
Okay.
Like you have to go out to meet with friend. Then just go out. Then friend and where is his house? Okay, where I can go? Is a taxi by bus? Okay, let us take a taxi. Then another 1 minute gone, ting, one sound came. You write taking a taxi. Okay. Then you said, okay, while going a taxi, why not to visit some ATM? But that amount I checked deposited, is it already deposited or not? Maybe I have to check with their office when they will send the check. Ting, another bell, 1 minute gone. Then you say follow up check. So if you do this exercise for say half an hour, forget about half an hour, even 15 minutes, and you just write two words and you read it. Read the piece of paper only for you.
Right.
Started with going out, then the taxi, then the check, and then you see when you read that, you will see how your mind works in completely different within a minute from where to where it goes. There's no link. When you started, you landed up somewhere completely different. And that's how mind works. So when you read the paper, say 15 minutes of this exercise, then two things will happen.
Okay.
One is you will understand how the tricky or thing your mind is. You are meditating, no?
Yeah.
And in the last 15 minutes, hundreds of thought came. Only you recorded every end of every minute.
Right.
But actual thought much higher than that. This is number one. You will understand that in mind, how mind works. Secondly, physically what you are doing, you are reading your thoughts, the content of the thoughts.
Yeah.
When you practice this for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, signal will go to your brain. You can read your thoughts. You're physically reading.
Understood.
Not with two line, not line, words. quickly, right? Just quick thing. You only read it. So it can be a symbol also. So when you read it, once you practice it, then your subconscious will be reprogrammed. You yourself will realize, yes, I can. Your subconscious will accept that I can read my mind because you're actually reading it on the paper. Then you start meditating, then it will not be that difficult.
Understood. Okay.
Because you reprogrammed yourself. So yes, I can read my thought.
Yeah.
Consciously you may not know, but unconsciously it will accept. Then your quality of meditation will increase.
Okay.
This is about that. So what was your second question?
I think I have asked the two questions in the same, so I think I got my answer. Thank you.
Okay. All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other question from anyone? Okay. So if there is no other question, then we'll go into our Kriya and meditation. So sit straight.